Remember a couple of days ago when I talked about how Krampus kind of opened the door for more risque Christmas movies and not the typical family holiday adventures that the kids can go and see? That opened the door for movies like our next film, Violent Night, to come out. And let me tell you something. If you love Home Alone, if you love Die Hard, and if you love more risque Christmas movies, then this movie is definitely going to be for you. Because from the first trailer when this came out, I was hooked. I was ready to go on this from day one. But this is Violent Night. It came out not too long ago, actually, December of 2022. And it's funny because they just announced that the sequel is getting made and is coming out next Christmas in 2026, which I have my concerns about it because it's technically a comedy sequel, but considering how much I love the first movie, and I love the fact that this is Universal basically saying, we'll take whatever project you give us, and hopefully we'll deliver a great movie, because not too long after this, we had Cocaine Bear, which was one of my favorite movies from 2023, and, I mean, Universal was game for anything at this point, but that's a whole other thing altogether. Let's talk about Violent Night. And it's essentially Die Hard, except Santa Claus is playing John McClane, where you have a team of mercenaries led by John Leguizamo breaking into a wealthy family compound on Christmas Eve, taking everyone inside hostage. The team isn't prepared for a surprise combatant, and that is Santa Claus, played by David Harbour, who's on the grounds as he's about to show why this Nick is not so saint. And he's no saint whatsoever, is what I'm trying to say, but you also have a cast that includes Beverly D'Angelo playing the matriarch of the family, and also Edie Patterson, who I thought she was the chick from Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, but no, I'm thinking of Shawnette Renee Wilson, I think her name is, but she does look a little bit, is kind of similar to her, but this movie is one of those movies that I went into it hoping for a good time, but I knew that this was coming a week after Thanksgiving, and you people out there may not realize it now, but back in the day, when you release a movie the week after Thanksgiving, chances are it was a movie that was put on the shelf because the studios had no idea if it was going to be any good, or they knew it was going to be bad, and they know that, hey, we'll put it out on the weekend after Thanksgiving, because when it flops, we can just say, well, it's not our fault. We put it out because we put it out as competition with these other big blockbusters, when you knew this thing wasn't going to make any money per se. But this is definitely a much different Christmas movie, and yeah, this is the type of film that the Silent Night, Deadly Night protest from nearly 40 years ago would not like it nowadays, but would probably not like now. But with that said, though, I came out of this movie really, really happy. I was really surprised at how much I enjoyed this movie. I mean, the one thing about this is that, yeah, it's basically Die Hard, except it replaced John McClane with Santa Claus. And David Harbour, man, I mean, this is a guy that he's been trying so hard to branch out of the Stranger Things background, because he had some other movies, you know, like is it the Hellboy movie, which he really wasn't the worst. He really was the best thing about that movie, even though that movie really was terrible. But he was also in Black Widow, which he's great in that, playing the father of Black Widow. What's his name? Why am I forgetting his name? Red Guardian. I just saw Thunderbolts not too long ago. I should know this, but here he's just pitch perfect as Santa Claus. He's not a Santa Claus like the villain in Silent Night, Deadly Night. He's an action hero, and they actually do a very good job giving him a background where you find out the backstory of why Santa Claus is like this in this movie, and he never steps out of character as what we expect from Santa Claus. Like he's talking to this kid who's calling him on this walkie-talkie, and yeah, he never steers away from the Santa persona, even when he wants to give up at some point. The kids just tell him, don't give up, man, because I still believe in you. And it's just like, yeah, like, this movie does a very good job of giving you everything you want in a movie like this. The action, but also some pretty good heartfelt moments in here, and also some insane over-the-top dark humor. I mean, you know how a lot of the traps in Home Alone could easily kill Marv and Harry? Well, they take that to the next level here and literally show you what that is like. The kid in this literally sets up Home Alone-inspired traps, and the way that they're presented in here is just absolutely freaking hilarious and fun. The violence in here is so much fun. This is a movie produced by David Leitch. This is a movie produced by David Leitch, who also gave us John Wick and The Fall Guy and Bullet Train, so you know, you've seen what 87 North Productions can do overall, and they are very good at making these type of films work, and this thing This thing is right up their alley. This is a movie that just works so well because of just how game they are, how they give zero fucks about what people are going to say. Just have we're going to have a great time with this. It's written by the guys who gave us the Sonic the Hedgehog movies, directed by Tommy Wirkola of Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters, which had some fun moments here and there, but this is a film that just really is just so much fun and over the top, good fun all across the board. Very funny, very violent, very much a great action movie overall. The moment where I said, okay, I'm going to love the hell out of this, is the moment when Santa's finding all these other mercenaries that are coming into this mansion, and they start playing Bryan Adams' Something About Christmas Time, and just the way that music is playing during this intense, over-the-top, violent action sequence, and the film is literally playing it straightforward, made me laugh so hard at watching Santa going around killing all these people with Bryan Adams singing Something About Christmas Time. Like, that is just great. And the way that he takes out John Leguizamo at the end is so well done and so fun. Like, this movie is just such a good, fun movie. It knows exactly what you want to see in a film like this and delivers the hell out of it. This is a really fun film, which makes me all the more scared to see what they're going to do with the sequel. I mean, they've said maybe that they're going to bring in Mrs. Claus for the sequel, and they were thinking about maybe Charlize Theron, which could be fun. I mean, I liked her in Atomic Blonde, but that's going to be something where it's going to be very interesting to see how that pans out, and hopefully they will deliver what they promised with what they gave us with the first movie and do it to another level. And supposedly the sequel is going to use a lot more inspiration with stuff like Miracle on 34th Street, maybe for the sequel, which could be a lot of fun too. I mean, this thing could really be, it could be a lot of fun, or it could just be a typical mediocre action sequel. But they're getting a lot of the same people back. It seems like they're going to up the ante with it, so I'm hoping that the sequel's gonna work. But the original is still a great movie. It's a new Christmas classic. It may be the best Christmas movie I've seen this decade so far. And yeah, I mean, that's not really that hard to say, because we really haven't had that many great Christmas movies for the 2020s thus far. But this is definitely at the top of the list. Violent Night is a movie that is so fun, so over the top ridiculous. I can't recommend this one enough. This is one you got to check out this Christmas, or even don't even wait. Just watch it now, because it is a ton of fun. It's a lot of fun. If you love the action movies like John Wick or The Fall Guy or Bullet Train, you're gonna love the hell out of this movie. This is the movie that I wanted Love Hurts to be like. I mean, I thought Love Hurts was gonna be similar to this, but even with Ke Huy Quan and Ariana DeBose, that movie just didn't work, because it just felt more chopped up. It felt like there was not that much effort being put into it with the story. The editing was terrible in that film. This Violent Night was the movie I was hoping Love Hurts was also going to be, but it sadly wasn't. But Violent Night, it's a great movie. I can't recommend this one enough. Seek it out, Violent Night.
Will never